I'm Tia Borden with MiningIR, and in the seat beside me is Roger Choudhury, founder of the Business Financial Network. Very cool. We had a brief conversation off air, and you have a really interesting business model that you started during the pandemic. I was going to say pre-pandemic, but it flourished during the pandemic.
Yep.
And it's very unique. So I want you to give our audience an overview of what the company looks like, and then we're going to talk about how you're involved in the mining sector.
Cool. Yeah, you know what? It's really interesting because pre-pandemic, I was not the biggest fan of social media. I realized the algorithms favored, certain aspects of content. And I said to myself, I said, do I really want to enter the realm? But then after certain other, realities occurred, what happened on social media, I noticed that people of color started emerging. So I said to myself, you know what? I've been a consultant, I've been an entrepreneur, I've been a sales executive and a founder of a lot of different companies, and I've helped a lot of people do well. So a buddy of mine said to me, hey, Roger, maybe this is the time for you. So I just released a YouTube video. And honestly, since then, it's been a really wild ride. You
It's
know why?
uh,
Because over 7 million minutes watched on our channel. A lot of people have come to our channel to find out different aspects of companies, why they should invest. And more importantly, companies and executives, they're getting a better feel for what people want to hear about and what's important to them. Because, most of the time, a lot of these companies have to go through rigorous compliance issues, right? Especially in the mining sector.
mhm.
So a lot of
Lots of red tape.
lots of red tape. So when you read a press release, you're not really getting a full view of what's potential, what the potential of that company is.
What information are you focused on getting out to the viewers, to your audience?
So I believe there's a couple key aspects of these companies: people, projects, and capital structure, right? A lot of companies, sometimes they focus on their developments, their branding, their idea. So yes, people is the most important part of this. We're all human beings. Investors are human beings. Management are obviously human beings. People want to know that they're investing in a person that has vision, values, and a runway, right? And past experience and success. So people would be the first thing. Projects, potential and projects are key. Their area, their asset, their key deliverables, what differentiates them in terms of project, idiosyncratic, specific natures. And last but not least, I would say cap structure. A lot of these companies raise money. A lot of these companies have different um, aspects of their capital structure that are good. Some of them are not the greatest, and they got to learn how to massage the whole aspect of it all.
And what was your reasoning for wanting to dive into the mining industry specifically?
So I'm Canadian, right? And if anyone does their research, Canada, 10% of its GDP comes from the mining industry. So that being said, it'd be, yes, I like biotech. Yes, obviously crypto is a craze. AI is AI. Um, but mining is the basis of the Canadian economy. A lot of people have done very well. And everything that we have that's a strong material is made from a base metal. So mining is a fundamental aspect for us extrapolating these commodities. And people need to realize as technology expands and materials and design gets better around construction, things in mining have to get better.
And what kind of trends are you seeing? What are you seeing in the marketplace?
I'm seeing, Saudi Arabia is obviously focused on getting into this market tremendously. I know at this specific mining expo, they're here. The government's in full force. Obviously, the UK here, they have a tremendous amount of investment into the mining sector. And I would say that in terms of trends, the EV battery trend is a huge one, right? People need to follow that. They need to follow that, very closely. Another trend that I would follow is a lot of base metals. Base metals are key. And overall, I would say commodities currently right now are on a downtrend. The market has been getting hit, ridiculously. So there's a lot of value out there in the market because as things go up, things must come down and vice versa. What goes down must come up.
What kind of advice would you give to, say, new investors looking to get into the sector?
So first and foremost, as an investor, never invest more than you can afford to invest. Like this is not in any aspect of investing, crypto, you know what I mean? I know that there's a whole bunch of people out there that talk about aping in. If you don't have a lot of money, first and foremost, in an economy like this, if you're not out there focused on creating value for yourself by generating income, the last thing you want to do is taking all those, you know, shekels that you saved and throwing it all in. So first and foremost, I diversify your portfolio. I wouldn't invest more than you can afford to lose. Secondly, I would look at value. I look at companies' specific cap structure, projects, potential projects, asset base, and the people behind those projects, and what their scalability is, and find value in investing in those, because those are the companies that you're going to get great returns off of.
And Roger, you're at a mining conference, obviously. Your focus is on mining. What are you hoping to get from being here, specifically in London, at this Mines and Money conference, you know, say 3 years into the business?
You know what? Meeting more people, networking is a key thing. I think that the more you get a chance to find out who are the players in the space on the investment side, you get a chance to really understand what makes a differentiating factor between a successful mining company and a not so successful mining company. And I think more importantly, when you come to a place like the UK and people in Canada are complaining about the economy, and then you come out to the UK and you see the pricing and you see the way things are, it opens your eyes. So for anyone that's young, or even, you know, whatever age you're at, the sooner you get out of your box is the sooner you have something to compare against.
Right.
Right. And if you always sit there and quote unquote complain about what you have, you'll never be able to appreciate, right, and build an attitude of gratitude. So I think that's really key factor to come out, you know, and I get a chance to be great, like people like you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You know what? You're absolutely right. This building is full today and tomorrow, and it was yesterday. So there is this opportunity to network with very interesting people from across the globe. Everyone is here, and that's in the industry. It's a great conference to be at, and networking is huge in any industry, but specifically in mining because it is a global
Yes.
industry. Our audience is primarily investors. Is there anything else that you would like to leave our investors with?
You know what? I would say you guys have a lot of opportunities, and the greatest opportunities are the ones that are never taken. So make sure you don't miss out.
Great piece of advice. Roger, thank you so much for joining me today.